Saskia, I think I know what your answer is going to be to this, but do you feel that the adoption process as it is right now in our country works for parents who are looking to adopt a baby?
I think it does. It is quite invasive. People are put off by that. But, you know, during the sessions, you find out a lot about yourself. You find a lot about your relationship with your husband or your partner. You really do. It's a bit like looking deep into yourself and your life and growing up. So I viewed it as a kind of a counselling session. And it's very thorough. You get references from people that you know that can tell anonymously whether you would be a good adoptive parent or not. And you get a full medical and a full psychological evaluation. So I think it is very thorough, and it's really not that invasive. It's just talking about your life. And if you've got anything to hide, then, well, I mean, sure. But if you don't, if you're just a normal couple who just have encountered a problem in having a family, it's really not daunting. And it can be done within a few months. We spread it out over, I think, 6, but really it could be done within 3 months.
And Terri, did you have the same experience?
Exactly, yeah. I'm a little bit obsessive when it comes to getting things done, so I think I did mine in sort of 2 months. But yeah, I think the average is probably between 2 and 6 months to get the process done. And exactly that. It's medical screening, it's psychological evaluations, it's answering a lot of questions on a lot of forms, and gathering some references. And obviously there's quite an in-depth one-on-one counselling session between the couple and the social worker. With a view to 2 things. One is she needs to make sure that you're up for this job, but B, she needs to match you to somebody who's going to be perfect for you. So they need to ask a lot of questions and do a lot of checks. But it's done efficiently and smoothly, and you know, we were very lucky. We sailed through the whole thing, and I found it quite quick and easy.
Do you get to find out any kind of information about the birth parents?
Yes, if there is information, absolutely. I've got a whole folder of information on my son's birth parents, both maternal and paternal, because fortunately they were both available to give that information. So yeah, where there is information, you have access to all of it, medical and other.
Okay, and now do you have any communication with the birth parents? Have you ever had any communication with the birth parents?
I have with the maternal side. It's rare though. It's very uncommon for that to happen. But we had quite a lot of medical issues right at the very beginning when my son was born. And so from a medical perspective, we kind of all rallied around and kept in touch. And then that developed into sort of like a friendship. And so yeah, there's some limited contact.
And does your son have contact with?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
He's not altogether aware exactly of who's who in the zoo, but yeah, there's contact.
Okay, great. And Saskia, what's your experience been like, if you have had any, with relation to the birth parents of your child?
We met the birth mother before the adoption went through. She wanted to actually meet with us. And so we had a meeting with her and her mom. The father is not actually on the scene, so we don't know much about him at all. So we only send updates. We agreed to send updates every 6 months, photos and details of how he's getting on, up to 2 years old. But I think we'll carry it on. We send it through our social worker. So if she wants to see it, the birth mother, she then asks the social worker, and they send it on. She's actually sent us details because she's got a daughter. So it's his half sister. She sent us details of her, and we'll keep it in a memory box for him when he gets old enough to go through it, and she'll do that I think once a year as well. So that's the kind of, we don't have any actual contact with them at all, except it's through our social workers with the updates. But we did meet her, which was very nice. I'm glad we did, so we can talk to him about it when he gets to the right age.
And is this the regular procedure if there is contact? For example, if you want to send photos to the birth parents, it would usually be done through a social worker?
Yeah, I think that's what they encourage actually, because it really helps closure for both parents, seeing that the child is happy and well looked after. So they do encourage it. I think it's something that they try and encourage. I mean, people, obviously when the adoption goes through, you can decide not to do it. But, you know, I really don't think it's fair to withhold that.